Live from Baldwin Wallace, home of the Yellow Jackets. This is Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast between the 5-12 Holy Name Green Wave and the 5-12 Parma Redmen. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. And now we have a very exciting game today. Game 1 yesterday, a 9-1 victory for the Green Wave. Jack Topolski, 5 innings, only giving up 1 earned run. He pitched his best game all year last night, which is good going into the playoffs, and the draw being tomorrow afternoon for those supposed playoffs that will begin in around 2 weeks from now. Parma looking to give themselves a little bit of extra help going for their cause going into the playoffs, trying to get themselves to an average of 333 going into that playoff, try to get a better seed and not have to travel as far for a round 1 playoff game. Holy Name looking to do the same thing. They've won 3 of their last 4 with wins over Parma, win over Brexville Broadview Heights, and the Rocky River win that we saw last Thursday with a walk-off stolen home base from Ethan Ragazzo diving headfirst after a little bit of a chopper from Mikey Tordzidlo right back to the pitcher from the Pirates. In today's game will be kind of a warm one, probably the warmest one we've seen all year. The temperature might not be as high as you'll see in summer, but based on the turf and based on what we're seeing, heat kind of radiating off of the field, it'll be a warmer environment, especially for some of the guys in more gear, such as the catchers in Litherland and for the Redmen in Simmons. So it's interesting to see how the heat plays a factor into this game. Litherland's going to throw that one down, and now stepping into the box for the Redmen, their leadoff hitter, Cameron Story. He is their starting pitcher for today's game. And on your screen now, you can see the starting lineups for both teams as Holy Name. Pretty similar lineups to what we've seen. The changes that we've seen mainly being around the 4, 5, 6 as we're going. Bumps over Humanic today, who is now hitting 5. We're going at 4. Otherwise, top of the lineup pretty similar. Bottom of the lineup pretty much the same as we've seen. It is the 4, 5, and 6 that Coach Carter likes to rotate around. And for the Redmen, their pitcher leading off, trying to get him some help on offense before he goes on defense to pitch against Holy Name. He'll have the task of hitting off of Jaden Hurd, who last time we saw him had either, depending on which scorebook you had, a one-hitter or a no-hitter. He looks to emulate his last performance here on the mound this afternoon. First pitch, 10:57 a.m., is in the dirt for ball 1 on Cameron Story. Jaden Hurd, what he likes to do is throw heat and throw it often. It might not always find the strike zone, but when it does, it is nearly untouchable. The pitch. That one missing low, another heater in the dirt. 2-0 count now on the pitcher, Cameron Story. Hurd coming set. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the strike zone in the lower half. 2-1 count now on Story. A nice get-right pitch there from Hurd through a low hitter, and Litherland finished the deal off, framing it up. The kick and the deal on the 2-1. That ran inside on Story, almost hit him, had to kind of get out of the way. Now a 3-1 count. Victor Reyes, the designated hitter for the shortstop, is due up next for the Redmen. 3-1. That one runs inside like the last pitch did. Ball 4. Leadoff batter on board here in the top half of the first inning for Parma. Which now bring up Victor Reyes, the designated hitter, for his first cuts of the afternoon with a runner on. Hurd comes set, checks the runner, now the pitch. That one finds the left half of the strike zone. 0-1 count on the pitch to Reyes. Hurd getting back to work on the mound, the pitch. That one sent to right field, and that will be a base hit, the first of the game. And now 2 runners are on to begin the game for the Redmen. Now I'll bring up their number 3 hitter, Peyton Vaca, the first baseman, to try to move some runners across with a runner in scoring position and a runner at first base here early on with none away. Hurd comes set, checks the runner at second, now the pitch. That one perfectly finds the strike zone. 0-1 count on Vaca. Hurd coming set. He's going to throw back. He has a rundown. A dive from Powers to throw to third is not in time, as Cam Story is able to steal third off the pickoff move that was a little bit thrown low of Brendan Powers. Now runners at the corners, none away. And now here's where you're going to see Reyes over at first base. He's guaranteed going to steal one of these bags, as Louisville will make a call on what to do in that scenario. Now the question is, do you sacrifice a run for an out in this inning, or do you let the team behind you try to get some work done? The pitch, not going to go there. Ground ball, left side. Topolski charge, throws across the diamond. Ragone stretches and is able to retire Vaca for out number 1, but not before Cam Story crosses the plate to give the Redmen a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first inning, and still with a runner in scoring position. Tankik Peshik now in to the box, and that one low and outside. Nice block from Litherland. 1-0 count on the center fielder. Hurd coming set. Checks twice. Throws back. He's going to instead hold and just give him a look down. Hurd back onto the mound. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Hurd. 0-1 count now on Tankik Peshik, or 1-1 count. Hurd thought about it. Swing and a miss there from the center fielder. He was well ahead of that one. Nice off speed from Hurd. Now 1-2 count on the center fielder after a beautiful changeup being used by Jaden Hurd. The 1-2 to retire him. That one sent into right field and just past Ragone. Rounding third, heading home is Reyes. He's actually going to stay. And now runners will stay at the corners once again. It's only 1 down. Parma's looking dangerous here early on in this game. Now they'll bring up David Knock, the right fielder, to try to knock one in here for Parma with only 1 away. And now more likely than the last time, I would not be surprised to see a steal, because if this is hit anywhere near Powers or Topolski, they're going to try to flip a double play and end the inning. The pitch. That one blocked by Litherland, preventing a run going anywhere. 1-0 count on Knock. Hurd comes set, checks the runner on the pitch. Runner still not going. Another nice block from Litherland. 2-0 count on David Knock. Hurd coming set, now the pitch. And the ump behind the plate is going to say he gave on that one. 2-1 count now after the check swing strike. The pitch from Hurd, swing and a miss. Now a 2-2 count. That one ran in on him. Now a full count here on David Knock. That one almost hit him in the head. Hurd set, the payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. That will load up the bases here for Karlik, the third baseman, for his first cuts. He is the 6th hitter for Parma with only 1 away, the only out being a ground out from Vaca that scored the only run of this game. Hurd coming set. Topolski trying to hold him on at second. The pitch. That one finds the strike zone. 0-1 count to begin the at-bat for the third baseman, Karlik. Hurd set, the kick and the deal. That one high and fouled away into the glove of Litherland. A quick 0-2 count on Karlik. Hurd comes set, and he's going to think about throwing back, and now he's throwing on a rundown. And now that will definitely send someone home. The throw home to Litherland will force him to go back to third. Now they have a rundown at third. Litherland gets it, and he is going to hold everywhere. Everyone's back safe. Probably the smart decision in that scenario. Parma, they got away with one, as they looked like they were going to have their second out of the inning, but everyone back home safe. Now we'll see the 0-2 here on Karlik once again. It was a nice pickoff move from Jaden Hurd. He had him running for the second time, but it was a smart decision just to hold it and try not to have a throw around in the infield to avoid giving up any extra runs. That one just clipping off to the right side. 1-2 count on Karlik now. Here comes the 1-2. Once again blocked by Litherland, evening up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count. Hurd comes set, the kick and the deal. That one popped up, and it's still in play and will just drop foul. So we shall see the 2-2 pitch once again here after that one was popped up to the left side near the Holy Name dugout and right in play. Maybe had a foot or two before it would have cleared out. Hurd comes set, the 2-2. That one fouled right behind. We'll see a 2-2 pitch once again here for Karlak. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the strike zone for strikeout number 1, looking of the inning, 2 away after he retires. Karlak looking on strikes. Now with 2 away, here comes the number 7 hitter in Morris, the second baseman. Third comes set, the windup, now the pitch. That one a swing and a miss, has him down 0-1 on strikes. Third is set, now the 0-1. Misses outside and blocked by Little, and 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. 1-0 Parma lead is your score. Hurd coming set, the pitch. That one fouled, chopped away. 1-2 count now on the second baseman, Morris. Hurd gonna step off the mound here for a quick second. Back onto the rubber. 1-2 count to try to retire the side. The pitch. That one low, just missing the zone, evening up at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one retires the side. Holy Name was only able to prevent a couple of runs there. One got across on a sacrifice ground ball from Vaca. 1-0 lead going into the bottom half of the first inning is your score. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma baseball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics. We are back here in the bottom half of the first inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball in your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. In the top half of the first inning, Parma was able to cross one aboard, but however, they had bases loaded with one away and they were unable to cross anymore. Holy Name trying to regain that one run they lost in the top half of the inning. First pitch to Nick Nemeth is a ball from Cam Story. 1-0 count on the freshman. And he's been a huge bright spot for Holy Name this season. He had some nice hits and has gotten himself a relatively lockdown spot in the starting lineup since, I believe, at least the Paddle game, maybe a couple games before then. So it's been a good couple of weeks. 1-1 count now on Nemeth after the strike the pitch. Swing and a miss. He swung at the last two and missed. He is down 1-2 now. Story is set. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball left side and foul. And he'll see a 1-2 once again here. The windup and the pitch. Misses wide outside right, evening up the count at 2-2 on Nemeth. Here comes the pitch on the 2-2. Fouled behind. We'll see a 2-2 pitch once again. Nemeth doing a nice job to foul away a couple of challenging pitches so far from Story. Story set, the windup and the pitch. That 2-2 is going to miss high. Nemeth has worked his way to a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch. That one sent to the second baseman and caught. Nice catch there at second base from Morris. One away to retire Nick Nemeth. Now I'll bring up now the pitcher and designated hitter, Jaden Hurd, for his first at-bat of the afternoon. Story is set. Here comes the windup and now the pitch. That one running in on Jaden Hurd. Misses 1-0 count on the senior pitcher. Quick pitch here from Story. Fouled behind by Jaden Hurd. 1-1 count now. Story is set. Here comes the 1-1 offering. Missing low, now a 2-1 count. Story is set. 2-1 count to Jaden Hurd. Here comes the pitch. That one missing high. Hurd works his way to a 3-1 count. Jack Topolski due up next for the Green Wave. Story is set. 3-1. That one bounces behind the catcher for ball 4. Hurd sprinting to the first base, thinking 2. He's going to take a turn, and he's going to stay at first base, and he's aboard with one away on the walk, which will now bring up Jack Topolski for his first cuts of the afternoon. One on and one away for the 3-hitter and shortstop, Jack Topolski. Story is set, and now the pitch. That one missing low. 1-0 count on Topolski. Story checks twice over at Hurd. He's going to go. Runner goes. The throw down is wide left. And Jaden Hurd is in there with a sliding stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for Jack Topolski to have to work with a 2-0 count on him. Story comes set. The pitch. That one runs in on him. 3-0 count now on Jack Topolski. Only name has been patient so far at the plate. Topolski attempting to get the second straight walk in a row. Story throws back, and Hurd is in there standing after a wayward throw towards the right side. .3-0 count, runner at second base, one away the pitch. Fouled into the glove of the catcher, making it now a 3-1 count. 3-1. That one. Apparently, they're calling one a strike. Apparently, this is now a 3-2 count. The pitch. That one missing low. Topolski still finds first base. That will be ball 4. 2 straight walks from Cam Story here. Have 2 on with 1 away for the dangerous first baseman, Joey Ragone. And the catcher's got the cold sign here to have to go talk to his pitcher. Joey Ragone, we've seen his power a couple times this season. He could put the ball in play. He did it especially last year, having a grand slam to walk off a game, if I'm not mistaken, or at least extend the lead. So he looks to at least put the ball in play here and potentially, at minimum, tie this game up, or if not, take the lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hurd at second, Topolski at first, 1 away. The pitch. Missing low in the dirt, 1-0 count on Ragone. Story comes set quickly, now the pitch. Ragone's kind of smoked that one up the middle. Second baseman's going to take it himself for 1, and the throw is in time. They turn 2. Holy Name put 2 runners on with 1 away. None are able to cross home plate. Your score at the end of 1, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and you're home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute to bring you the top half of the second inning. We are back here in the top half of the second inning. Your score, Parma up 1-0 over the Green Waves. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Parma crossed 1 over the plate in the top half of the inning. Holy Name had 2 on with 1 away, but junior first baseman Joey Ragone hit into a double play, which ended the inning. Jaden Hurd gets back to work here on the bump, throwing a first pitch strike here to the number 8 hitter. Hurd comes set, now the pitch. That one missing low, even up the count at 1-1. Hurd is set, now the pitch. That one missing low and to the right now, a 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swinging and a miss. He has him in a 2-2 count now. Nice pitch there from Jaden Hurd. A couple of his strikes have not been in the zone, but has forced them to have to swing, and that's the game that he's kind of ran throughout the entirety of this game. A lot of balls being thrown, but plenty that were balls but were swung at. Just like that one to retire, the leadoff hitter here to begin the top half of the second inning, one away, and already a substitution as it appears. Right now, the number 9 hitter, I believe this might be Devney, the left fielder. The roster that we were given had different flips between the catcher and left fielder. Are they batting out of order? I don't know. They might be. The pitch. Missing low and right, 1-0 count. Bird comes set, now the pitch. That one missing. That one hitting the strike zone, now 1-1 count. Bird is set, ready to go. Here comes his delivery. That one ground ball right side. Brendan Powers gets over there, flicks it to Ragone to retire the first 2 batters for the Redmen to begin the top half of the second inning. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup with Cam Story now taking in for his second cuts. He walked his first time out. Story trying to get back on base, and you got a rally going here 2-way. Hurd is set, now the pitch. Running in on Story, 1-0 count now on the pitcher. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, chopper right side. Hurd loses the hat, and Jaden Hurd will take it himself to retire the side. Holy name, retires Parma 1-2-3 going into the bottom half of the second inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on in a brief. Five, 6, and 7 hitters do appear in the bottom half of the second inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We are going to see the junior third baseman Adam Humanick lead off here for the Green Wave in the bottom half of the second inning, looking to get their first runs of the game across home plate. Story comes set, now his first pitch of this inning. That one hits the left corner of the strike zone, 0-1 count on Humanick. Story, 3-1 strike. Here's the second pitch. Swing and a miss. He has Humanick down 0-2. Not the first time these two have played against each other. We saw it in Holy Name versus Parma basketball, where Cam Story, what he was known for, was putting up a plethora of threes that were sunk for the Redmen and kept them close in a couple of games in the beginning stages. First ball of the at-bat, now a 1-2 count on Adam Humanick. Story is set. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a foul tip miss for strike 3. 1 away here to begin the bottom half of the second inning. And now we will see the second baseman, Brendan Powers, step up for his first cuts of the afternoon. So far in this game, he received a ground ball to begin the top half of the last inning, and he was able to put the batter away. Far right side, ball one to him to begin his at-bat. Before he comes set, here comes the pitch. That one runs in on Powers once again. He is quickly in a hitter's count, 2-0. Story is set on the mound. Here comes his 2-0 delivery. That one missing low and bouncing. A 3-0 count quickly to Brendan Powers. Litherland is due up next for the Green Wave. Here comes the 3-0. 4 straight balls to Brendan Powers. Actually, no, they're going to say it's a strike, even though that ran well inside on him. The 3-0 bias kicking in. 3-1 count now to Powers. Story set, now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss right in the same location. What should have been a walk is now a 3-2 count to Powers. Here comes now the payoff pitch. That one pops up in the no man's land. Left fielder coming in to track that one away and retire Powers for out number 2. And now the catcher, Aiden Litherland, will now step in for his first cuts of the afternoon. 2 up, 2 down for Holy Name Litherland, trying to be the first Green Wave base runner of this inning. Story is set, now the pitch. That one smoked to the right side and is not going to drop. The right fielder makes a nice play on it to retire the side. Just like the Redmen, the Green Wave go in order. Your score after 2. Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute. We are back here in the top of the 3rd inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Both teams went in order their last time up, and already the substitution, the number 9 player here for the Redmen will now lead them off here in the top half of the 3rd inning. The pitch from Hurd, low and in the dirt, 1-0 count right off the bat to number 9. Hurd, he's thrown a couple low so far in this game, trying to regather before and try to get him to bite here. 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one he gets him to chase, evening up the count at 1-1. That's exactly what Hurd tried doing on the first pitch, getting him to chase. He's able to get him to bite the second time around. Hurd is set. Here comes the 1-1. Missing wide outside towards the right half of the plate. 2-1 count now on number 9. Hurd is set. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, once again getting him to chase and evening up the count at 2-2. Hurd doing a nice job of painting the corners of the strike zone and getting players to chase. 2-2 offering now from Hurd. That one finds a strike zone for strike 3. Jaden Hurd's pitched well and getting strikes. That will be his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. 1 away. He's retired the last 5, or actually 6 Redmen in order. And now that will bring up Peyton Vacca, the first baseman. He grounded out to Topolski at short his last time up, but that crossed the only run of the game. Here comes his second at-bat, starting with a ball high 1-0 count. Hurd is set. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. He gets him to swing through that one. 1-1 count now to Vacca, the first baseman. Here comes the 1-1, even up count. That one in the dirt. Hurd losing him now, a 2-1 count. Hurd ready to go again. Here comes his 2-1 delivery. Running in on Vacca makes it now a 3-1 count. Three-one count. Hurd trying to avoid what would be his 3rd walk of the game. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. He gives up walk number 3 and walks Vacca. 1 away, but 1 on here to begin the 3rd inning. Now Tankik Peshik now back into the box for the Redmen. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, swinging through that one. 0-1 count now to Peshik. That one pitched well outside, potentially a pitch out. 1-1 count now to the center fielder. Hurd set now the pitch. Once again missing at the same spot. Wide left, now a 2-1 count. Now Litherland will take time here to go talk to his pitcher for a quick second here. Looking at next week, like I said earlier, the playoff draw for baseball is happening tomorrow morning, and as well with it, the lacrosse playoffs will be drawn. So we'll be knowing more of our schedule once that concludes for next week. We know one game will be Thursday at 5 p.m. at a Holy Name home field for softball. So if I had to guess, that will be at Victory Park or St. John Bosco, depending on weather and depending what venues are open. That one misses high. 3-1 count now. Here comes the pitch. That one low. That will be ball 4. Hurd has walked 2 straight. 2 aboard, 1 away for David Knock, who walked his last time up. Try to get some runs going across. And now Coach Wood will take time here to go talk to Jaden Hurd. And we said it every time these mound visits have happened. They have worked really well. It's a perfect time to slow down your pitcher and regroup things. We know Jaden Hurd is a pitcher who does a great job of getting players to chase. But now the game might be let your defense work. He has 4 strikeouts so far in this game. But now, with a lot of the challenging pitches and walks, you can't surrender those. This might be a game plan change for him where he might have to go out of his comfort zone and pitch balls that, frankly, will be hit into the outfield and have to trust his outfield and make some plays. That is not usually the game he likes to run. He likes to get strikeouts, as he nearly tallied 10 in his no-hitter against Rocky River. He might not have many more in this game if the game style changes. I think this is now one where you try to force ground ball contact, try to get 2 quick outs, get out of the inning, and then regroup to see what you can do. He can go with his approach of challenging players when there's no one on and no one out, but when there's 2 on, you can't walk a 3rd aboard in a row. And that approach change seems to have worked. 0-1 count now on David Knock. And Hurd throws back, and it's going to go well wide of him. It's going to tip off of Power's glove into the outfield, but right there will be some backup to avoid any damage and any advancing of the runners. A 1 count. Hurd set. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets into the chase that one high. Now a 0-2 count on David Knock. Knock was patient in his last at bat, but he's quickly down 0-2. Hurd trying to finish him off. That one hits him instead. That will load the bases with one away. Hurd did both the first two and just lost control of the third pitch and hit him. And now that will bring up Carlack, who struck out looking his first time up for some big swings here. If he can send this one into left center field over Topolski's head, that will score at minimum 2 runs, and depending on the speed of knock, 3. Hurd is set. Now the pitch. Missing high, 1-0 count on Carlack. Hurd comes set, and now the 1-0. That one finds the strike zone, evening up the count at 1-1. Hurd comes set. Here comes his 1-1 delivery. That one smoked right to Topolski. It's a ground ball. Steps for 1, for 2, and that will retire the side. A heads-up play from Jack Topolski, letting it bounce right in front of him into the glove and retiring to Redmond to retire the side. Holy name. Looked like they were going to give up some more runs with the bases loaded and 1 away. Jack Topolski says no sir to the Redmen and make sure that this game goes 1-0 into the bottom half of the 3rd inning. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute. Yep. We are back on here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Holy Name through 2 innings has been no hit. Kaminsky, Ragazzo, and Nemeth look to change that here against Story in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Missing low in the dirt for Story. 1-0 count now on Caden Kaminsky, the right fielder. Story, here comes the 1-0. That one missing off to the right side and once again bobbled away by the catcher. Now a 2-0 count and a low throw back to the pitcher. That one's going to roll past him. Looks like the heat might be getting to the Redmen a little bit. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. That one sent to the pitcher and flipped away to first base to retire Kaminsky for 1 away to begin the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Nice play there from Story to make sure the ball did not really bobble away from him and kept it in front of him to retire Kaminsky. Now the number 9 hitter, Ethan Ragazzo, steps up for his first cuts of this afternoon's ballgame. Story set on the bump. Here comes his first delivery to Ragazzo. Ground ball, right side this time. The flick away to the first baseman is in time. 2 up, 2 down here for the Holy Name Green Wave to begin the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and now Nick Nemeth, the left fielder, steps in for his second cuts of the afternoon. He flew out to the second baseman his first time up. Story comes set. Here comes his first pitch. That one finds a strike zone on Nemeth. He is down 0-1. Nice off-speed pitch there from Cam Story, finding the strike zone to perfection for Parma. Here comes the pitch. That one missing high and left, evening up the count at 1-1 now on the freshman Nemeth. The 1-1. That one popped up. It's playable. First base is going to trail it and is able to retire the side. For the second inning in a row, the Green Wave go in order at the end of 3. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on after the break to bring you the top half of the 4th inning. Bottom 3 for the Redmen due up here in the top half of the 4th inning. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Hurd's first pitch of this top half of the 4th inning is fouled off of Morris. He is down 0-1. And so far, the tail of the tape has been the Redmen offense. They started off this game hot with a walk and a base hit, and then a ground ball to shortstop cross, the only player to score in this game. But both defenses otherwise have been locked up. 1-1 count now on Morris. Hurd comes set. Now the pitch. That one low and missing into the dirt. Now he loses him. 2-1 count now on Morris. Morris has been called upon a couple times defensively to make some plays, and when he's been called upon, he has made the plays he's needed to. Now, after striking out his first time up, is looking to reach base for the first time this game. Hurts 2-1 delivery. Pops up, and it is just going to clear the fence. Foul. Now a 2-2 count. That one just barely got over the netting and hit into the bleachers. Here comes the pitch on the 2-2. Ground ball up the gut. Topolski charges. Topolski throws across to Ragone, and Ragone is able to get the pick and retire Morris on an excellent pick from Ragone and an excellent throw and charge from Jack Topolski. He's been a leader defensively for the Green Wave and been mainly the reason why this game isn't 2 or 3-0 in favor of Parma. One away as now Simmons, the catcher, steps up for his second cuts of the afternoon. He struck out his first time. Hurry's going to take a second. The heat being more visible on the field. It's not even 70 degrees. It's just the turf adds maybe 10, 15 more degrees of heat. Now the pitch. That one smoked up the middle. Topolski, who else, throws across and is able to retire Simmons for out number 2. Topolski putting up a defensive clinic over at shortstop. He has retired 3 batters so far this game. And in addition to that, had the double play. So actually 5 so far in this game. Two-way, and now the left fielder, Devney, steps in for his second cuts. He grounded out his first time up. The pitch. That one, ground ball left side. Humanik going to throw across. Parma goes in order. The left side of the infield coming in clutch for the Green Wave to put Parma down 1-2-3. Our game halfway concluded here from BW. Your score, Parma 1, Holy Name 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We're back on here after the break to bring you Holy Name's cuts in the 4th. which crossed the first and only run of this game. The pitch, swing and a miss. Hurd swinging out of his shoes on one inside. 0-1 count now to him. Cam Story so far in this game has thrown 3 no-hit innings. Story kind of not have to pitch right yet, as Hurd will call time after he shook off a couple of pitches. So Story might actually prefer the time called. That one, a sent missile to the. Now in the Holy Name bullpen, there's some life out there. Don Marchetta, the sophomore lefty, warming up in the pen. That one missing high on Hurd. 1-2 count now on him. Story comes set, now the pitch. That one sent right side foul. You'll see a 1-2 pitch once again. He has done nicely with contact that he's made so far. He just needs to straighten it out. One swing of the bat could make the difference, and if anyone wants to do it, it would be him. The 1-2. Missing outside, nice patience being showed by Jaden Hurd. It's now a 2-2 count. And now the substitution for Victor Reyes makes more sense as he just departed from the game maybe about a minute ago. He left completely. That one bounces to the right side. Now what Hurd had an 0-2 count now is worked to a 3-2 count. Full count here. Topolski up next for the Green Wave. Hurd trying to get himself aboard here to begin the bottom of the 4th. The payoff pitch. That one grounded. Hurd fought back for 4 straight balls. That is a quality at-bat if I've seen one, as he is aboard with his second walk of the game to begin the bottom half of the 4th inning. Now Jack Topolski, the shortstop. He made some nice defensive plays. Now it's time for him to make some offensive plays as he steps into the box for his second cuts. He walked his first time up. And now a substitution pinch run. Cameron Regazzo will pinch run here for Jaden Hurd, adding some speed to the base path for Holy Name to have to work with. Story comes set, now the pitch. That one swing and a miss from Topolski. Nothing in 1 count on him. Story's allowed 3 base runners, but still no hits. Topolski looking to change that, the pitch. That hits him instead. He will take second. None away. Now runners at first and second here for Joey Ragone. Joey Ragone hit into a double play his first time up. He now steps back into the box for some cuts to try to correct what happened last time and try to get some runs on the board. And now Parma will be calling time to go talk to their pitcher. They're definitely not going to pull him. If they would pull him, then that'd be a very questionable decision with him having a no-hit bid still intact. But our coverage for next week is still undecided. A lot of it wavers on the fact of the draw, which will happen tomorrow for both boys lacrosse and for baseball. But to stay up to date in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date in all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the time of the Holy Name Paddleball football game on August 18th at North Royalton High School. So if you're not subscribed, go down below and give us a subscription. It does not cost you anything. Now Ragone stepping back into the box here. None away. 2 runners on here for Holy Name. Ragone looking to break the 1-0 deficit and try to give Holy Name their first lead of the game. Ragone shows bunt. Ragone gets it down perfectly. He throws to third, and it is apparently in time. Regazzo is down, but I don't know. The foot was on the back interfering. That should be interference. He was safe, it looked like. And this could be a big call if the umps get this one wrong. And the ump's supposed to giving reasoning. They're just going to be snippy at the coaches and make the call wrong. 1 away. Angel Hernandez is suiting up here to ump this game. And now Humanik trying to prove ball don't lie. Fouls off to the right side. 0-1 count. Story comes set. Now the pitch. And that one hit to the right side, and it's actually going to be a balk. I'm going to say it's a balk. And now they're finally calling it. It's happened many times. He's done an exact windup exactly many times. The wheels might be coming off here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, but it's not for either Parma or Holy Name. And now they're talking to him now after what would have probably tied up the game. A lot of confusion here in the bottom half of the fourth inning as no one really knows what's going on at this point. 2-1 count, now the pitch. It moves the runners up, popped up, skied. And he's able to put the play away for 2 away. Now Power steps in for his cuts to try to get something going here with now 2 away. Powers, he flew out to left field his first time up. He's looking for some ground ball contact. If this gets into the outfield, that will give Holy Name the lead. That's what his goal is right now, to get Holy Name the lead that they frankly deserve. The pitch. He checks at it, runner goes. Topolski to play at the plate. It is not in time. Holy Name ties it up. It might be late due after balls, but Holy Name finds their way to tie it up on a stolen plate at the plate. Holy Name 1, Parma 1. Nice base running from Topolski, and now the go-ahead run, 90 feet away. 1-0 count. Now the pitch. That one low and in the dirt. Now a 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Story. That one now a 3-0 count. Powers seen 3 straight balls, and Litherland due up next. He has some nice contact his last time up. Now Powers just needs to make sure he can get up. Here comes the 3-0. Swing and a miss. That one, nice off speed from Story, making it now a 3-1 count. Now the 3-1. That one well outside. Ball 4. Runners at the corners now with 2 away. Aiden Litherland, the catcher, now steps up for his second cuts. Flew out to the right fielder his first time up. He's looking to avenge that and give Holy Name their first lead of the game. And now's the game of trickery now for Holy Name. If Power steals, you get in a rundown and try to get the run across first, or do you try to steal, and if you're Parma, do you even throw down? The pitch. High, missing 1-0 count now on Litherland. Story coming set. Here comes the 1-0. That one missing high. 2-0 count now on Litherland. Story coming set. Now the 2-0. That one finds the strike zone. 2-1 count now on Litherland. Story set, the 2-1. That one missing low. Powers thought about it, now a 3-1 count. Due up next is Caden Kaminsky for the Green Wave. 3-1 count on Litherland. Here comes the pitch, runner goes. That one fouled towards the right side. Now be a full count. Powers will have to go again. Litherland taking a second here before what will be the payoff pitch and probably the most important pitch so far of the game. Litherland ready. Story ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. Powers goes. It is ball 4, just missing towards the right side, and that will load up the bases here with 2 away for Caden Kaminsky, who he's put the ball in play a couple of times in Holy Name. Needed a couple of RBIs into right field against Buckeye. Let's see if he can do it again here at BW to blow this game open for the Green Wave. Holy Name has won this inning. They have won all game. They're looking for more. Here comes the pitch from Story. That one sent foul towards the right side and over the Parma dugout. Nothing in 1 count on Kaminsky. Story sets. Now the 0-1. That one missing wide right, evening up the count at 1-1 now on the right fielder, Kaminsky. Story comes set, now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. The off speed gets Kaminsky to swing and miss. Now he's down to his final strike, 1-2. Story sets. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball left side, and now the throw across determines if it's a tie game or not. And it's a bobble! Not a tie game! Rounding third, heading up with Powers. He is safe! Holy name! And the error at first base ruins not only the tie game, but gives Holy Name a 2-run lead. He bobbled it. I think that'll be scored as an error from the first baseman and not an error on the throw. Either way, Holy Name will take it. Runners at the corner, 2 away with a 3-1 lead after some heads-up base running from Holy Name. Story still has the no-hitter intact, though. Runner goes, the pitch, it's low. It's going to bounce in front of him. He's just got to eat it, and it's still rolling, and he's able to get it. Now 2 runners in scoring position, 1-0 count on Ethan Ragazzo. Story comes set. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Ragazzo bit on one high, evening up the count at 1-1. The 1-1. That one low. Now a 2-1 count on Ethan Ragazzo. Story taking a quick second here before he gets back on the mound. 2-1 count. He comes set. Now the pitch. That one sent into center field. And that one will be caught to retire the side. But Holy Name was able to cross 3 across the plate to give this one a 3-1 lead for them going into the 5th inning. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute to bring you the We are back here in the top half of the 5th inning. Your score, Holy Name 3, Parma 1. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan Smee on the call. First pitch of this inning is in the dirt to Cam Story, 1-0 count. And a substitution here in this inning. Michael Alexic subs into the game for Joey Ragone over at first base. Hurd comes set, now the pitch. That one missing low on Story, now 2-0 count. Holy Name was able to cross 3 runs last inning amid some questionable calls that both Holy Name wanted to know and their base runners alike wanted to know, but were given no explanation. That one missing low, 3-0 count now on Cam Story, who walked his first time up and grounded out to Hurt his last time up. The 3-1, or 3-0. That one finds a strike zone to make it 3-1. Here comes a 3-1 from Hurd. Ground ball left side foul. There will be a payoff 3-2 pitch incoming. Full count. Marchetta no longer in the bullpen. He is now back on the Holy Name bench. We'll be waiting to see if he goes in at any point in this contest. After a 3-0 count, now a 3-2, the payoff pitch. That one finds a strike zone. He gets Story on strikes, looking one away to begin the top half of the 5th inning. And now number 9 here, who pinch hit for Reyes, who left about maybe 30 minutes ago, now steps in for his second cut. He struck out looking his first time. The pitch. Swing and a miss from him on the first pitch. Nothing in 1 count. Here comes the pitch. That one finds a strike zone. Nothing in 2 count. Hurd feeling his stride now. 0-2 count quickly, now the pitch. That one gets him looking. Hurd is on fire. 2 strikeouts looking here to begin the top half of the 5th inning. 2 away for now. Peyton Vaca, the first baseman, who scored the only run for the Redmen of the game on a sacrifice, but also gave Holy Name the lead on the bobble over at first base. The pitch. That one finds a strike zone. Jaden Hurd heating up even more now. Nothing in 1 count on the first baseman, Vaca. Hurd comes set, now the 0-1. Blocked by Little, and that'll be his first ball in a long time. 1-1 count now on the first baseman. Hurd comes set, the 1-1. Popped up and foul, now a 1-2 count. Hurd trying to retire the side here. The 1-2. Runs in on him and just missing. Hurd thought it was strike 3. It will not be. Just ran a little bit too inside. 2-2 count. The pitch. That one low. We'll see a full count now. Peshik, the center fielder, due up next for the Redmen. The payoff. That one misses. Ball 4 at 1-2. Hurd thought he had gotten out of the inning. However, he walks aboard Vaca with 2 away for his second walk in a row on him. Now Peshik, who also walked his last time up and also had a base hit his first time up, steps up for his 3rd cuts of the afternoon. Hurd throws back, and throw will be not in time. Hurd comes set, now the pitch. Missing wide outside right, Litherland able to corral it. 1-0 count on the center fielder. Hurd sets, now the pitch. That one misses, bobbled by Litherland, but he's able to keep it. 2-0 count here on Peshik. Hurd comes set, here comes the pitch. That one misses outside. 3-0 count now on Peshik. Count. The pitch. He walks him on 4 straight pitches. 2 aboard now with 2 away. Now I'll bring up David Knock, who was hit by a pitch his last time up and walked his first time up. Steps up now for some more cuts. And now Marchetta will now go back to the bullpen to warm up once again. The pitch. That one finds the strike zone. Nothing in 1 count on David Knock. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2 count. Nothing in 2 count. The pitch. That one fouled. It might be playable. Electric trying to trail it, and it will fall foul. Hurd trying to retire the side here. He comes set. Now the pitch. Fouled right off the umpire's head. Another one will take this opportunity to go talk to Jaden Hurd for a quick second. Actually, no, he's going to toss it back to him. Kind of a weird exchange there. Kind of ran back. It looked like Jaden Hurd kind of told him to go back. Here comes the pitch. That one missing high. Evening up the count now at 2-2. Hurd sets. Now the pitch. That one finds the strike zone looking. He retires the side. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks in the top half of the 5th inning from Hurd. Gets the job done. Your score going into the bottom of the 5th. Holy Name 3, Parma 1. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball, and you're home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here after the break to bring you Holy Name's cuts here in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order due up here for the Green Wave in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, Holy Name 3, Parma 1. The pitch from Story. Ground ball chopper to Story. He's going to flip it away to first baseman and is able to retire Nemeth relatively quickly. 1 pitch, 1 out here to begin the bottom half of the 5th inning. And what has been a game dominated by defense and base running. Both sides have had some great base running, but Holy Name have been just that much better, reaching the lead by 2 on an error over at first base, making sure they jumped on that error, which was able to plate Powers and Ragone after the error. Hurd back in, he walked both times up. The pitch, missing high on an off-speed, 1-0 count on Jaden Hurd. Here comes the 1-0 from Story. That one smoked up the middle. Well, second baseman able to get there and throw across to get 2 away now relatively quickly here. I believe only 3 pitches thrown so far in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And now we're already at 2 away, and Jack Topolski, the shortstop, who has reached both times up on a walk and a hit by pitch. Holy Name still looking for hit number 1 of this ball game. So far, Cam Story, 4 2/3, no hit baseball. Here comes the pitch. Missing high, 1-0 count on Topolski. Story is set, now the 1-0. Ground ball left side and foul. Evening up the count now at 1-1. One pitch. Here it comes. Low into the dirt. Topolski now has a hitter's count 2-1. Both him and Jaden Hurd, both of the players on Holy Names who have reached both times going into this one. Topolski trying to keep his streak alive. Evening up at 2-2. He's down to his final strike to try to keep that streak alive. Two. Here comes the pitch. That one tips off of Simmons' gloves. We'll now see a 3-2 count on Topolski. We're going, actually no, since he was taken out of the game, Michael Alexic will be hitting for Ragone as well. He is due up next for the Green Wave. Here comes the payoff. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Holy Name goes in order. Cam Story, 5 innings, no pitch, no hit baseball But still, Holy Name up 3-1 over the Redmen. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on after the break to bring you the 6th inning. Holy Name has made a pitching change here as Dom Marchetto, the sophomore lefty, will now step up onto the mound to finish off this game for Holy Name. He has 2 innings, 6 outs to get for Holy Name to win. Jaden Hurd will stay in the game as a designated hitter, but looking at the lineup, the way it has gone for Holy Name, they would need to bat pretty much all the way around in 1 inning if they keep this score to get him back up. Here comes Marchetto's first deal of the game. It misses low, 1-0 count now on Karlak. Don Marchetto, he is one of the best pitchers Holy Name has for the future. He has pitched well in his first ever pitching outing for Holy Name. He pitched a very good game against Eds in JV ball last year. An unfortunate loss for Holy Name in that game, but he pitched pretty well, I believe, making sure only the Eagles plated 1 run in that game. He pitched really well and has pitched well for Holy Name so far this season on varsity. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. That one finds a strike zone. 1-2 count now on Karlak. One-two count on Karlak. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but Litherland has to finish the job. Throws down, and it hits off of him. And that's going to be, he's out as he was in the way of the throw, and he'll be retired on the strikeout. 1 away now in the top half of the 6th inning. Aiden Litherland hit 1 target, just not the target he was looking for, but he still got the job done for 1 away. That's something to look at for Don Marchetto pitching in these games. You'll see him pitch to Aiden Litherland, and they have played together for a long time in baseball, and that chemistry, you can see it when they're pitching. Aiden knows exactly what Dom wants to throw, and Dom knows exactly what Aiden's going to throw. The pitch. And it works out there, 0-1 count. And if you look at Dom pitch, you will rarely see him shake off a pitch. That is just a testament to the connection that he has with the catcher. Marchetto set the 0-1. Running in on him now, a 1-1 count. Marchetto sets. Here comes the 1-1. That one hit. Now there'll be a 1-2 count after it's fouled away. Try to come set the 1-2. That one fouled away Just a little bit of extra life there for Morris to work with. 1-2 count on the second baseman, Morris. Marchetta sets. Here comes the pitch. Curveball in the dirt and blocked by Litherland nicely, evening up the count at 2-2 nonetheless. But Litherland behind the dish has done an amazing job blocking today. He has kept most of the balls, if not every one, in front of him. That one fouled away. That one doesn't count. That one was a foul tip. Now a 2-2 count on Morris. Marchetta trying to get strikeout number 2. He comes set. Here comes the pitch. That one in the dirt and blocked. We will now have a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch. That one sent into right field. Kaminsky tracking it down, but Power's going to call him off and is able to retire Morris after calling him off. 2 away here after 2 up to begin the top half of the 6th inning, which will now bring up Simmons, the catcher, for his 3rd cuts. He struck out, swinging his first time up, and grounded out to Topolski his last time up. Marchetta comes set. Here comes the pitch. That one, weird foul contact, gonna drop. 0-1 count now on Simmons. He goes jammed. I don't know if he doesn't really want to swing at the pitch, but nonetheless, he's down 0-1. Marchetta coming set. Here comes the pitch. That one just missing. A beautiful pitch from Marchetta, just not clipping the right side. Evening up the count at 1-1. Marchetta comes set. Here comes the 1-1. That one pushes Litherland into the other batter's box. 2-1 count. Marchetta comes set, the 2-1. That one runs in on Simmons. 3-1 count. Marchetta coming set. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. That one skied and coming right towards us and out of play, foul. That one right close to Litherland, maybe had a foot or 2 of clearance and just got out of the netting. We'll now see a full count, 3-2. Simmons fighting nicely, Marchetta fighting nicely as well. Only one will get what they want, either Marchetta to retire the side or Simmons on first base or further on. Marchetta, Simmons, the payoff pitch. And Simmons gets the better of Marchetta on that one, laying off ball 4. Now the tying run now steps up to the plate in Robbie Devney, the left fielder. He's grounded up both of his times up to the plate. Coach Carter giving the instructions to his young pitcher just to focus on the batter here, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the strike zone. Nothing in 1 count on the left fielder, Devney. Marchetta back on the mound. Checks the runner once. Comes set. Now the pitch. That one misses high, evening at 1-1. Marchetta took the long way back to the mound. Give him a second before his 1-1 pitch. He's coming set. Now the 1-1. Misses wide right. 2-1 count. Marchetta set. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. He has gotten him back to an even 2-2 count. 1 runner on, 2 away, 3-1 Holy Name lead. Marchetta sets. Here comes the 2-2. That one high, once again a full count. Top is due up next if Devney can get on the payoff. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out to retire the side. Don Marchetto was able to settle in there after walking Simmons to make sure that he's able to get out of the inning. Your score, Holy Name 3, Parma 1. You're watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here after the break to bring you Holy Name's cuts in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Bottom 6, Holy Name 3, Parma 1 is your score from Baldwin Wallace. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you on what has been an exciting game. Holy Name still looking for hit number 1, where they have a 3-1 lead over Parma and look to extend that here. Michael Alexic now steps in for his first cuts of the ball game. The first pitch he sees, he fouls way towards the left side. He'll be down 0-1 to begin his at-bat. Alexic started the season in right field, but after the emergence of Nick Nemeth, he has played more in the infield at first base when Ragone has pitched. He is now looking to extend his hit streak. The pitch. Now on low, 1-1 count. He has a 3-game on-base streak, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he had a hit in last night's game, but from what I've heard otherwise, he has a 3-game on-base streak. The pitch. Ground ball right back to Cam Story. Story flips and is able to retire him for out number 1. Now Adam Humanick, the third baseman, steps up for his third cuts. He struck out his first time up and kind of popped out to the pitcher Story his last time up. Holy Name still being no hit. They're trying to look to break that. The pitch from Story. Curveball missing the strike zone. 1-0 count now on Humanick. A nice layoff there from him. He looked like he wanted to swing right at that pitch. Nice job from him to hold off the pitch. That one he swings that, sends to the right side. It's playable. And it is not able to be tracked down by either the first baseman or the right fielder, which evens up the count at 1-1. Humanick back in the box, trying to get to work here once again. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. That one bounces away from Simmons. Hitters count at 2-1. Two-one count on Humanick. The windup and the pitch from Cameron Story. That one runs in on Humanick. Now a 3-1 count. Three-one count with Brendan Powers due up next for the Green Wave. Here comes the pitch. Humanick, ground ball. Now and right to the shortstop, throw across the diamond, and that retires Humanick for 2 away. Cam Story, 5 2/3, no hit work so far. Now Brendan Powers trying to break the no hit. And ironically, the only hit that would have happened for Holy Name was a ground ball from Humanick, but it was on the block, the only one called of the game. So Holy Name would have had a hit. It was just called back. The pitch. Curve outside. 1-0 count on Brendan Powers. Story comes up the pitch. That one finds the strike zone, evening up the count at 1-1 on Brendan Powers. Story sets 1-1. That one in the dirt, 2-1 count. Story sets. Here comes his pitch. That one low. Now a 3-1 count on Powers. Aiden Litherland due up next for the Green Wave. (3-1 count and a 3-1 ball game with 2 away. The pitch. That one in the dirt. He walks Powers for the second time in a row. Holy name with 2 down has 1 man aboard for Aiden Litherland now to work with. And now pinch run here for Brendan Powers as Josh Kell will run for him. I believe this will be a pinch run. I don't believe that he will take second base to end the game unless Coach Carter wants to move things around. Story comes set. Pitch to Litherland. That one sent up the middle. And that will retire the side. Holy name being no hit through 6, but still have the 3-1 lead going into the top of the 7th. Parma, they have 3 outs to work with to get this game to a tie ball game. Your score, Holy Name 3, Parma 1. You are watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a top of the lineup due up here for Parma. But they have 3 outs to work with and 2 runs they need to get here if they want to extend this game any further. Your score, Holy Name 3, Parma 1. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you in what has been an exciting game so far this afternoon. Cam Story, the leadoff hitter here for the Redmen. 6 innings, no hit work. He now tries to help his cause offensively to get him another round pitching. But if the game ends here, though, he has nothing to be ashamed about. Throwing no-hit baseball, still giving up 3 runs, but none of them, well, actually, maybe one of them was earned based on walks, but still with the error. Actually, none of them should be earned. That one in the dirt, 1-0 count on him. I believe actually the one will be based on the fact he threw the ball in the dirt and walked Topolski. I believe that will be his earned run. The pitch from Marchetta. Ground ball left side from Story. Topolski corrals, throws cross diamond, and Alexi misses the pick. That will be an error from Topolski. Now have the leadoff man aboard here to begin the top half of the 7th inning. Now the tying run now steps up to the plate. But still a nice backup move there from Aiden Litherland running down the line to make sure he was able to corral the ball and avoid Story stealing second base. Marchetta now gets back to work here on the mound. He is set, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1 count. Marchetta sets quickly. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, he quickly has 2 strikes on number 9. Marchetta peering in, comes set, checks first, the 0-2. Just a bit too high, 1-2 count on number 9. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball missing wide right, evening up the count now at 2-2. Marchetta checks over at first, comes set, the 2-2 runs in, but Liverpool in a nice block to avoid Story taking second base. What was once an 0-2 has now been worked to a full 3-2 count from number 9. Marchetta sets the payoff. That one fouled behind. We'll see a payoff pitch once again. Full count on Reyes. No, Reyes is replacement number 9. And then Vaca due up next here for the Redmen. The payoff. Swing and a miss. He gets him swinging. That is allowed out number 1 here to begin the top half of the 7th inning. And now Peyton Vaca, who plated the only run of the game for the Redmen and came Story, is now back up trying to get some work here, trying to get an RBI number 2 of the game. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Litherland. 1-0 count. Marchetta comes set. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt and blocked. That'll now be a 1-1 count. And now Don Marchetta's hat is coming out off for the 6th time. More runs than scored in the game. He'll take time to tie his shoe. It was definitely something fun to watch for me over at first base and in right field last season when he pitched. He pitches hard, and one of that with the momentum it takes him, his hat will fall off occasionally, and that's something fun to watch. But still, he throws hard, and that's a testament to it. Throw back to Alexic, not in time. Story laying out, able to get back to first base on time. Pitch sent back to center field. Ragazzo gets there and will retire Vaca for out number 2. Parma, they have 1 out to work with now. And now Tankik Peshik will now take his cuts. He had a base hit his first out and has walked his last 2 times up. He is Parma's last hope in this game. Marchetta comes set, checks the runner at first, now the pitch. That one missing out wide left, 1-0 count on the center fielder. Marchetta coming set. Here comes the 1-0. That one finds a strike zone, eating up the count now at 1-1. Marchetta trying to fight for out number 3 to put this game to bed. Marchetta coming set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Parma, they're down to their final strike. 1-2 count. One, 2 count, 1 runner on. Tying run at the plate. 3-1 Holy Name lead. Marchetta to seal the deal. Fouled away barely by Peshik. He'll see one more pitch. Nice challenging pitch there from Marchetta and a nice little check swing there from Peshik to give himself an extra life. Still 1-2. Marchetta trying to end the game. The pitch. Runner goes. It doesn't hit the strike zone. The throw. It's going to be a rundown. This might end the game here. Back to Alexic. Alexic taking a little bit back. He throws. Power trying to get him. That one low throw. Litherland right there to back him up. Still keeps the rundown going. The throw is not in time as Story steals second on a crazy play. But it's a nice backup there from Litherland to make sure the ball doesn't go any further back. Now time being called. A lot of confusion now with 2 away. Runner now in scoring position for Peshik to work with. 2-2 count. 2-2, 2 away. Marchetta, this time to seal the deal. The pitch. Fouled away once again by Peshik. Trailing it is Humanek. He is unable to get it down. There's some nice hustle over at third base from Humanek. He was unable to trail it down. We will see 2-2 once again once he gets back into the frame. And there he is. He's back. Parma has fought hard. They have not given up. Down 2. Marchetta, 2-2 count, 2 away. Shakes off 2, like to third. This time for the dagger. Fouled away once again by Peshik. He has fought intensely in this at bat alone. Maybe making Marchetta throw maybe 4 or 5 more pitches than he should have. Marchetta sets. The 2-2 once again. That one gets him looking. He strikes him out, and that will retire the side and retire the Redmen. Your final score, Holy Name wins it 3-1 over the Parma Redmen. Once again, we'll be back on next week, but our schedule is to be determined. To stay up to date in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date in all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Holy Name got no hit by Cam Story, who pitched excellently, but they still come out with a 3-1 lead. We thank you for tuning in. You have been watching Holy Name versus Parma Baseball on your home for all Holy Name Sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you to Sam Prisby, Senior, going D1 for golf, for being on the scoreboard today, and my dad, David Smee, as he always is, on tech support. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good afternoon, everyone, and go Namers.